Okay, so good morning, black women. I'm sorry to have to always come to y'all with all of this crazy stuff I read and find out online, all right? Anyway, I reposted the video where I got some more information on this about. Okay, so you do know how this country is trying to promote fertility, baby making, this bullshit nuclear family among supposedly the stupid, the poor, and the lower class people of America, mostly meaning blacks, Hispanics, and non-whites, right? All right. So they started these voucher programs for Catholic school and private schools and fancy languaged charter school. So what they're going to be doing is sort of the same type of shit they're trying to do in Oklahoma, where they're trying to infuse the 10 Commandments and Bible thumping, preaching to children, and all this bullshit in order to trick poor people into believing that they can get a better education or, they're trying to brainwash you into thinking that you're supposed to be out here having babies because that's the gender role and what women and girls are supposed to be doing. And the reason I say girls is because these sick motherfuckers are trying to lower the age of marriage throughout these different states so that these fucking pedophiles can marry children and force little girls into ruining their lives to have children for rich white men in this country who have never earned a fucking dime that they have to their name. Their money comes from exploiting other people. And so, black women, I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. I need y'all to go hard about not having children, teaching your girls to stay away from sex, not to have sex, not to have children, and to educate them on what it is these people are trying to do to them in these schools. They're trying to brainwash them into believing that they're supposed to be a housewife, somebody's mother, somebody's wife, all so that they can make money off the number of people in the population of this country. They need bodies to make money. Fuck them and what they need, because they don't give a fuck about how we live and how we struggle every day, where people don't have enough food to feed their children, and the majority of us can't afford the rent in the apartments we live in because of the greed of these people, and the fact that it's just a fucked up. This country is fucked up in every way, and it is literally dying because the morality of the people is in fucking hell. So speak to your kids, right? Because you're going to see this coming around where they're going to try to preach to you. What did they call this program? Fertility Initiative or some shit like that. So what they're trying to do is to convince the so-called stupid poor people, right? Like we dumb, like we don't see what the fuck they doing. That we supposed to be out here fucking like rabbits so they can have people to feed and produce revenue for their capitalist systems in this country, so they can make money while we suffer and stay poor, and they continue making us a permanent underclass. Fuck them. Listen, you know that it takes hormones to keep you pregnant, all right? So if anything happens where you become pregnant against your will, then you take additional hormones, you stress yourself the fuck out, you do things that are exhausting, right? So that you have a natural fucking miscarriage. That's all, right? Period. Because they're bugging. They're trying to force you to have children every way possible besides holding you down and having somebody take advantage of you. They're tripping. Teach your children. Pass their tests in school. Reiterate that bullshit they're telling them in the classroom. But do not take any of that shit serious. These white folks in America have been using religion since the inception of their white asses coming to this country, creating slavery and indoctrinating black people into controlling all of us with that bullshit religion, trying to make us feel inferior to them because they all sat around and wrote some shit in a book that everybody is supposed to worship and feel like that's actually the words from this fucking fake ass sky daddy in the sky. Come on, y'all. Don't fall for that shit. It's not real. All that shit was made up thousands of years ago by Constantine and his boys. This shit is bullshit. And he started the first beginning, and the rest of everybody else over time added in their sections in that Bible and every other fucking Bible. It is all bullshit. Teach your children, don't fall for that. They can listen and repeat back anything they're taught in the classroom. It means nothing. What they gotta understand is that this country needs everybody poor to have children they can't afford, so that they can make money off of the children that grow up and be dysfunctional. Don't do it. Nobody gives a fuck about how these dudes are going to react to women not wanting them, not wanting to live with them, marry them, or have children with them. Nobody gives a fuck. If somebody gets violent with you, you get violent back. They only understand what they dish out. But what you better understand is that they're going to go hard to try to make you have kids you don't want and you can't afford. So don't have them. And make sure you work on keeping your little girls safe. And make sure your daughters understand that it's a trap that they're trying to set them up for. Tell them what to watch out for in these lecherous ass, grooming old men and boys that are going to try to baby trap these girls. No sex. Get your daughters on birth control. Teach them how to regulate their period, in the sense of teach them how to count when their body goes into ovulation, then goes into full menstruation. All right? And then you show them what to do with their body, in the sense of how to keep themselves from around boys and not be involved with dealing with them during the time period after and before their period when they can get pregnant. Teach them this. And if you don't understand it, read a book on it. All right? And then know that the more stressed out your body is, the more irregular your period and your ability to give birth will be. So if you have to go around increasing the stress levels in your life on your own just so that you become damn near infertile, do what the fuck you gotta do. Because we in this motherfucker to win. They thinking about battles, we thinking about winning the war. There will be no bunches of children made to make rich people's lives happy or richer. Not gonna happen. We're done with that shit. Done with it. If this fucking world falls into, the beginning of people going extinct, then so fucking be it. Because no, we're not here for everybody else to rest their fucking feet on their back to keep their feet warm the way they've been doing since we came over here and they found us here. Fuck no. Be wary of that, y'all. Y'all need to go read that project2025.org and really see the bullshit that they're trying to roll out. And then you make sure you go on whitehouse.gov, read the shit they're doing on there. Keep abreast. Congress.gov, Senate.gov, and wherever you live, your state assembly.gov. And just pay attention to all the bills and everything that they have going on the floor for a vote. Because they're straight full of shit. And regardless of what they pass, you don't have to comply with that shit at all. You do not. But you need to be aware of what the fuck they're doing. And we knew this was coming. When they started with the bullshit of putting the Bibles back into school, with the dumb shit they was doing in Louisiana and Oklahoma, they're looking at who are the dumbest people in America. Let's find out where they live geographically. Oh, we see we got a lot of dumb people in the fucking South, a lot of dumbasses in the Midwest. Okay, so where they live, we're going to start preaching the Bible, and we're going to try to make them believe, we're going to try to brainwash them into believing that all the dumb shit and the oppressive shit that's written in the Bible is how you're supposed to live every day in life. The thing that they don't realize, and I know these motherfuckers are going to watch this video, but they need to know it, right? So that they can stop this. You're not going to get us. because we understand what oppression is and suppression better than you know. If you think black women are out here trying to live the fucking lives from our grandmothers and great-grandmothers, the way they did in The Color Purple and all them black women before that, you out your motherfucking mind. Ain't nobody trying to live in no fucking shack with 10 kids, barely eating, pulling fucking newspapers and card papers over their babies and on the floor so they could have some type of heat and sleep and suffer in poverty. While you got some dumbass dude beating your ass and terrorizing your kids. If you think that we signing up for that shit, you are out your motherfucking rabbit ass mind. You better be clear about that shit. What is wrong with you people? Women have only had rights and literally been a type of free for less than 60 years. And you honestly think we trying to go back to motherfuckers telling us where and what we can do and say jump and ask how fucking high? You are definitely out your damn minds. And yeah, you may get some crazy motherfuckers that are still indoctrinated into that religion shit. But the majority of us, we ain't fucking going. Just know it. And you could stop communications from here to fucking Timbuktu. That still ain't gonna make us do what the fuck you want us to do. It's not gonna happen, Captain. It's not. Black women, stay fucking focused. 4B, 4B. Women, the sisterhood is what we focused on until this motherfucker is either dead or out of the presidency. Got it? Because he old as fuck. His days are numbered. Okay? Stay focused. 4B. Alright? Period. Send to yourself. Don't give a fuck about what they want you to do in this world. They make shit hard for us, and they're going to try to make it harder. Do not buckle. Do not fucking bend. Your back is strong, right? You are phenomenal black women. You got the stock in you, the type of shit that Sojourner Truth was made of. Fuck them. They want children, have their own white kids and make money off of them. Fuck out of here with that shit. Ain't nobody trying to be no impoverished asshole begging for fucking bread and living in a goddamn place with no lights. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody signing up for that shit. Teach your kids, do not fall for that religious bullshit. If they have to study it to pass a test, so be it. Don't believe it. Because all it is trying to brainwash you into being a fucking bum and living in poverty and wanting nothing in life for the rest of your life. Peace out, black women.